Hello. Hello, everyone. We're doubled up today. I'm trying out my hand at doing two streams at once. Technically, illegal on Twitch. They don't care. Do I care? Also got I got the wrong camera up. Hold on. This is there's gonna be a lot of test stuff going on today. Also, I have a tougher time seeing the number of viewers going on. But we're gonna watch some games later too. So I'm gonna test how watching on a third monitor. Because I usually have the stream. What up, Andy? Andy, can you hear me all right? Hey, like the garage door. Really accentuate the fact that I'm in the garage these days. Loud and clear, cool. I might need to run in and grab my headphones that I forgot. What up, Carl? Hey, the resub. Appreciate you, brother. That's huge. Carl, on 5 months now. That's got to be as much time as possible, right? Give me one sec. I want this one. And there's Andy. Bang. Fuck. There's so many things going on. Okay. Oh, switch the angle. Okay, now I can. Hype train. We're on a hype train. I also can't see I'm using a different so if you guys didn't see, I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time right now. You might have heard me just say that, right? So I can't see quite as many stuff as before. So I have to kind of get used to what's going on here. We're at a hype train. It's my own. Can resubscribe to myself. Whoa, what up, my guy? Bill's cutting the whole team. Who they cutting? Okay, that's there. I actually need to test one thing real quick. Bill's cut Jordan Poyer, Mitch Morse, Ciron Neal, Deontay Hardy, Naheem Hines. Dude, that sucks so much for Naheem Hines. You remember how he got hurt with the jet skiing accident? I'm just testing this real quick. I don't know what the volume is on this.
My name is Kevin.
I think I gotta get my headphones. And Jordan Poyer cut is kind of gnarly. But yeah, the Josh, this is the reason why they're doing all of that. If you want to know it right here. It's literally all because of Josh. It's all because of, oh, Jesus Christ. It's all because of this. Cap hit. This is literally $25 million. They're cutting Tre'Davious White too? My God, dude. I mean, look at that number, 25.96 million, right? That's literally this. That's the entirety of what you're looking at here. Let me go run and grab my headphones. I'll be right back. Watch this guy try out for the G League.
General manager here is Offseason Magic. Welcome to our trial. We do take this very seriously.
Hey, come here. Yo, we play the right way. We all go up there, bro. Real shit, bro. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You got this. Come on.
All right, y'all. It's about, we got kind of 10 minutes until we got to leave. But, I'm just here watching old highlights of myself, just sometimes before you do something like this, you got to remind yourself, of what you've done.
I have no idea who this guy is.
For real. So
I do this.
Alan gonna be the only player on the field. He's playing both ways now. Yeah, he's got to actually. He probably actually should just play
I do this in real life.
linebacker or something, right?
This is what we do. It's basketball.
I guess they need safeties
Keep
or
it simple.
corners.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate
Tre'Davious
things.
out?
It's basketball. It's what we wake up and do every day.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Wait, why can't I still?
I'm feeling good too. I'm feeling
Still
good
can't hear
too,
this. Can you
man.
guys hear this video?
You know,
The end. How about that? How Trump keeps winning? Hey, I want to watch Hassan. He wins bigly. Can you guys hear this video? I think I messed up with my settings. Hold on. Again, we're just getting a little used to some things. Trying out this dual stream. Is this better?
some tips for you.
There we go. Now I can hear it. Okay. Okay. Tre'Davious White is good. Tre'Davious White just got he got hurt, right? Davius White injury. I think he got hurt in the middle of the season. October 2nd, 2023, tore his Achilles. So maybe he might come back not as good, right? Because that's just brutal. He was definitely good though for like the first month. And then Jordan Poyer's good too. What's his contract? Oh, I guess it's just not on here now. But yeah, Jordan Poyer was good too. I mean, I know they have to make these moves or some moves, right? But these are pretty like release Jordan Poyer, Saron Neal, Mitch Morris, Deontay, and again, if you remember, this is so brutal for Nyheim Hines because he came over from the Colts to the Bills, and during the summer, he was gonna get a pretty big role, right? Because it's gonna be him and James Cook. They're gonna be a 1-2, right? And then this guy, Nyheim Hines, he was lost to the 2023 season after getting hit while riding a Sea-Doo on July 2nd, tearing his left ACL and MCL. I literally tell people my life is like that movie Final Destination. Said all he was doing at the time of the crash was attempting to fill one of the Sea-Doos with gas at the marina and return it to his friends. He otherwise hadn't been riding it that day. But while he was stopped behind a row of boats on the way back to return the Sea-Doo, he noticed one vessel moving in his direction, so he quickly swerved to avoid it and was struck by his friend and former track and field teammate North Carolina State, Dylan Peebles. Got that wrong way. Hit while riding a Sea-Doo. Apparently he was just like in the like little marina, right? And he was out the entire season, and now he just got cut without even play. He didn't play a snap all of last year, and he had to get cut. So sad. I got $25 in prize picks to throw away if you want to help me craft some NBA picks for tonight. I'm down. We can get to some of that before 4. One of my friends, Stone, had some picks today. We could use some of those. Prize picks, you got to do player props, right, though, Carl? Can't believe the Dolphins are letting Wilkins go to free agency. I was surprised about that one, too. There's a couple of those Dolphins players who, like, are all good, but I can never kind of really distinguish them. Let's see what Sports Illustrated had to say. Not using a tag to prevent Christian Wilkins from becoming unrestricted. Oh, my God. Not using a tag to prevent Christian Wilkins from becoming an unrestricted free agent was a strategy the Dolphins hope doesn't backfire. Chris, that's a crazy headline. Chris Wilkins belongs to the NFL streets now. Do you think that's AI? Because SI has been accused of making a lot of AI posts. Do you guys think this is AI, an AI headline or not? Because Christian Wilkins belongs to the NFL streets now is a completely, like, I don't give a fuck sort of headline, bro. Jared, what's going on, my man? How are we today? I'm wondering if a YouTube chat would come through there. Again, streaming on. I'm gonna pull my YouTube up over here. Let's see how that does. I want to take a look at it. Jared, how are we doing today? It's currently dumping rain in Los Angeles again. I don't know if you guys can maybe hear that, but I just see San Francisco sign Mike Onwenu. Mike Onwenu, I'm unfamiliar with. Is that the Ravens guy? No. Patriots? Trent Brown, free agents projected. So, offensive tackle. Guard. Would this be your right tackle, Phil? Or do you just want him on the line? I thought you were drafting a lineman. Well, you got it. I don't know if you looked at Troy Fontanu at all, Washington guy, but he's. If the Niners took him with that 31st pick, I think that would be extremely satisfying for everyone involved. For him, for the Niners. Let's see that. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Mute myself. Both, hopefully. We need more than one. It's fair. Fair enough. The big news is that Russell Wilson is gone. Let's see if someone has a Russell Wilson lowlights. That's what I searched. Russell Wilson dropped by the Denver Broncos. Cut the biggest cap hit or like dead money taken ever. Pretty embarrassing. So you guys are keeping Schultz. We are. Schultz we re-signed. We re-signed our kicker, Keamy Fairbairn, which I like a lot. I'm a little less thrilled about the Schultz one. I really like what Brevin Jordan brings to the table, but Schultz is good, and he's a good pass catcher. So, yeah, 12 million years isn't too bad. I'm fine with it. Standard. Again, I kind of trust Nick Caserio with whatever he's doing because he's on fire. But yeah, it's like that one's like, okay, fine. Dalton Schultz, reasonable contract, whatever. Move on. I'm glad we re-signed Keamy Fairbairn because I think he's a great kicker. The Saquon Barkley thing is very interesting because apparently we're minus 200 on the books to get him. Oh. What happened? Okay. Apparently we're let's see, Saquon Barkley odds. Free agent odds. This as of 2 hours ago has the Giants. Oh, I guess we're maybe. Oh, this is different than what I was looking at. Okay, wait. So Empire Stakes, whoever the fuck that is, released odds for which team Barkley may play in 2024. With the Giants having the highest odds of plus 120, the Texans are the second favorite to sign with Barkley with odds of plus 600. I think I saw somewhere that we were minus 200 to get him, but now that I'm looking at this and what makes more sense is that we were probably minus 200 to get him if he were to leave the Giants. That would be my guess. Got Chargers and Bears at plus 1,200, Eagles, Cowboys 15. Patriots at plus 2,000. I ultimately think that it probably wouldn't be a good deal long term if we were to get him, but the thing is like I can't have them sign him and then be like, no, this is bad. Like you just have to roll with it at that point, and then I can just go make the argument that this is our Christian McCaffrey, and our running game's going to be elite, and go from there. Even though, Walt, I know you're ready to jump in and say that he's not Christian McCaffrey, but he's maybe the second closest thing to it in the league, hopefully, for at least another couple of years. It would make our run game better, and having him in Singletary would be good. Yeah. It really kind of just comes down to the money, which is kind of unfortunate that it's like that. I just wish like all running backs could get paid so that running backs could be a star in the league. It's just kind of unfortunate that that's the case because it's just like we're not getting running backs as stars really anymore. They don't get to. I wasn't really listening to be honest. Well, if Some positions have to be cheap. Yeah, I just wish it was. I wish some positions didn't have to be cheap. You know, I wish everyone could get paid because the NFL is clearly making enough money. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and you can't really fight it. Just be better if you want more money. Yeah, I mean CMC's the kind of. I don't know if CMC is hurting the market or making the market better by proving that you can pay a running back and it be worth it, or if it's just like, I mean, it's probably got to be that, or if it's just like, yeah, Christian McCaffrey is so good and such an enigma that you have to be as good as him for any of you to make money. Otherwise, why would I pay any of you, right? Maybe it's that. Running back has to be able to run and pass catch. Yeah, I mean, Saquon can do that. I don't know. Probably part of the issue too is that the Giants are just so financially irresponsible that it's hard to really give Saquon any or put any blame on Saquon when the Giants have just completely mismanaged his contract with franchise tags and his production and all the things like that. Yeah, apparently let me see if I can find this Rich Eisen. Apparently, the word is the Giants have owned up to their mistake now. Xavier Worthy. Let's see. What was Jane Daniels? No, I don't know where it is from him. Anyways, apparently the official word's kind of starting to leak out of camp that Daniel Jones was a poor decision, which we all knew, but now they're starting to make it official. You know what I mean? Barkley's been pretty banged up his whole career. That is true. People would say that about Christian McCaffrey as well, until he got to the Niners. How old is McCaffrey? He is 27. Saquon, I think they just said, is 27. Were they drafted the same year? Yeah. Christian McCaffrey's been healthy now. But I think when the Niners first made that trade, everyone was like, oh, you're gonna give away all that and pay this guy and he might not be banged up. Like, people were saying that. He's since proven that wrong. So again, I mean, you could put that on maybe Panthers mismanagement, and then the Niners have good trainers, you know, better luck. I don't know. Actually, the Niners definitely don't have better injury luck, but 8th overall in the 2017 draft. Was that Saquon's? Saquon Barkley. Yeah, but I would say the Giants are dumb. 2018 draft, okay. I would say the Giants are dumb too, right? So, can make the argument too. They let Brian Burns walk. Yeah, that is dumb. And they took Bryce Young, so that's also dumb. Let's talk about Russ. DangeRUSS. Because the man... because the Broncos made the undoubtedly right move, right? Everyone's been clamoring, we got to get rid of him. Someone else got to come in, right? But the money that they sacrificed from losing him is so much, dude. Sean Payton's so fucking pissed. He's bitching him the fuck out right here. Like, that is unaware, clean. It's probably pretty unlucky that that ball gets scooped up right there. But yeah, the money that he will get a job. Some team will pay him. The vet minimum is good enough for that. I agree, to be honest. And I kind of think he'll be down to take the vet minimum, I think. Because now, well, one, with all this money he's going to get, like, within the next couple of years, he doesn't have to worry about getting paid again, right? It's not like he's going to make his $37 million and $39 million that were guaranteed to him in the worst trade of all time. But so he can go somewhere, and I know that what's in Russ's head is like he literally just wants to not be a complete laughingstock anymore, right? That's all he wants. And so he'll do anything to get that chance. And I think him going to, I mean, there's the obvious candidates that everyone's talking about for vets, which are like the Falcons, the Steelers, the Raiders, right? Pull up a list of all the teams. NFL teams. Let's list out all the QB openings. There's the Patriots, but they're going to go young. The Jets have Rodgers now. Commanders, young. Hurts, I mean the Giants, but looking like potential young. The Giants are in the weirdest spot, I think, because they're at like 6. Cousins is going to the Falcons. I've been hearing the little bit of rumors about that. Well, I gotta make sure my laptop's charging here. Sorry. That laptop dies, it all goes to shit. My cousin's going to the Falcons. Teach the kid the Panthers and let him. Panthers let him teach the kid. I don't know what the fuck my keyboard just did. So put Russ on the Panthers for like a year, and he teaches Bryce Young. Is that what you're saying? I just think that would, like, Bryce Young would go crazy if that happened. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you're Bryce Young and you're the number 1 overall pick and you've got all this pressure mounting because you didn't perform. And then Russell Wilson is brought in to, you know, teach you everything after what he's done the past 2 years. This league is probably way different from when Russell Wilson had, like, actual success. And to have him breathing down your neck and like that raw Russell Wilson spirit behind you would just be so annoying. Young kind of feels like he has a skill set Young Russ did. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they have like the same build too. Like it's speed. I don't know. Russ has a bit more of an arm than Bryce Young. But I see what you mean. I just think the problem is like Russ, what the issue is with Russ, I feel like, is like his mentality and his personality and his locker room presence, and to just bring him in to be a personality, a teacher, a locker room presence would just be like not worth it. I think you need to bring him in to perform at a low amount of money, right? Yeah, Russ has incredible deep pass touch, or at least did. And Bryce Young, I think that's kind of his problem. I mean, I think in a situation like the Steelers where Tomlin has that locker room all rallied and like in line, right? And like Russell Wilson's not going to shake up anything that's happening, or he's going to kind of, his ability as a leader is going to be tamed a little bit more, or his responsibilities as a leader are going to be not as quite as much. I think that would be a good situation. I think the Raiders and Antonio Pierce are their culture is building in a positive direction. And I don't think you want Russ in that. The Falcons are kind of a middle ground of that, but I think they have higher aspirations. And with Raheem Morris in there, like I don't think new coach, new Russ is like great, you know? Yeah, so I think Steelers makes the most sense for me if Justin Fields isn't going to go there. If you're right about the Kirk Cousins stuff to Atlanta, which might actually be true, it's like the most likely rumor I think I'm hearing, if he's going to leave Minnesota. Browns, I mean, they've got their own Russell Wilson situation at home, right? They literally have Russ at home with the Deshaun Watson deal. So I don't think they're going to touch that. The Saints are garbage. They just got Baker. They've got theirs. Seahawks are going to draft anyone, if anything. I think if Michael Penix there makes a ton of sense. Russ is better than Watson. I don't disagree with that, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get rid of Watson and bring in Russ for cheap, because they have to pay Deshaun just as much money as Russ. Highest ever guaranteed. Deshaun's, I don't even know where Russ's is on this. Maybe he's gone because, yeah, this is updated as of today. Total guaranteed money. I don't know where Russ comes in now. Let's see. Yeet, what up? New job. Let's go, my boy. Nice job. What are you thinking? How excited are we? On a scale. Okay. Contract. Is it going to show it here? Okay, it's still here. Right? But I need a better way to adjust this. Oh, here we go. 124 fully guaranteed. So that's not even close to Deshaun Watson's $230 million guaranteed. So think about how much money they just had to pay Russ to fuck off. The Browns are like almost double that. 124 million fully guaranteed at signing. Deshaun Watson's at 230. So while the rest of these guys here, except like Kyler Murray's maybe one you could argue that is like a bad contract here, but the rest are good. Walt, I know you'll have something to say about Lamar, but Matt, just look at how bad this contract is, man. That is a crazy amount of guaranteed money. Pats, I think it would be pretty detrimental for them not to go young here. I just like taking Russ and just like you could take Russ now and build the rest of your team and then get your quarterback later. That would be the only argument I could see for, any of the young teams doing that. But I wasn't going to say anything, but since you brought it up, Lamar's trash. Yeah, no, I know. I knew what you're thinking. Don't worry. I knew you maybe wouldn't have said it, but I knew you were thinking it. So I think the options are somewhat limited. But I think he is it just depends what your goals are, because I don't think he'll win you a Super Bowl, but I think he'll advance you along. I think he could advance the Raiders along in their as they start to get better and better, and then they can worry about their quarterback later when they can maybe sign one or trade up. I don't know. He's kind of just a placeholder, right? Russ is. But he's a cheap one and could be a good one, so. But I think he's ready now. I mean, I think he'll take a vet minimum, which getting him on a vet minimum, I think is a good contract. It would be kind of insane for him to not take a vet minimum now because, Russ is gonna make like $37 million the next 2 years still, or got all of that right now or whatever. But I think he would trade. I think he would trade all of that for one playoff run next year. He would trade $70 million for a playoff run. I genuinely think. Because he's just he's got enough money. He's married to Sierra. She's got money. It's not like they're lacking money anymore. Russ just wants to be liked and part of a community. So 6 pick. Well, okay, I'm going out. I gotta go. Yep, catch you later, Walt. Thanks for hanging. That was probably the allotted NFL time I should theoretically give anyways, but we got some good NFL talk in. So I'll be back on Friday, Walt, if you want to kick it. 6 picks to win 2,200. Let's ride. Did you make the picks, Carl? Let me know what they are if you did. The Portland Blazers. Wait, who's this player? Is that Nico Collins? Nah, no way, right? In the name of 6 picks for $2,200, let's pivot to the NBA here. It's a shitted slip, LMAO. Honestly, Carl, the shitted slips are the best slips. Those are the ones that hit more often than not, I swear. Alperen Şengün points. Let's talk about Alperen Şengün in a second. Bilal Coulibaly less points. I kind of like that one. Chet Holmgren threes. That's a classic. Campaign PRA. I don't hate it. Josh Giddey. Why does Josh Giddey have the Dune thing on? What is this? Why is Josh Giddey Dune? He's fucking Paul Atreides. I don't know how well you can see that. And Beans points. Draymond Green points. You sicko. You know, Carl, it's as likely to hit as any other one. 25 for 2,200. Let's get Carl rich. I hate the Dune Giddey. Josh Giddey does not deserve to be Paul Atreides, although he kind of has that Paul Atreides to him, trying to be a little sip boy, but he's kind of devious. He's kind of evil. Josh Atreides. He's got the look for sure. I could see it. Let's talk about that first guy. Let's use this. No shot I hit, but what if? That's the whole point. But I like that you put all 25 on it. Go big, right? Rockets playing again tonight. Şengün on Zubac. What was it, 24.5 points? I mean, this is coming off of his performance last night where Alperen Şengün dropped 45, 16, 5 steals on Victor Wembanyama's head. Now, Victor Wembanyama's been getting all that steam, all that love. Only dropped 10 points last night. 11 boards. 7 blocks, though. But 6 turnovers. Alperen Şengün dropped on his head. Now, I will say 45 points on 32 shots is not... You'll give 20 subs. I love it. If you hit it, give 20 subs. I'm all there for that, Carl. Alperen Şengün, 45 points, 16 boards, 5 steals, a block, 3 assists, One of them was a dime. Let's watch some Şengün highlights. So the in my head, the court is out. The jury is out on Alperen Şengün and his talent. I don't know how I feel. I kind of don't like his game. I kind of think it's like Jokic light, and it's just it's not gonna work because you have to be Jokic for it to be that good. I don't know. I'm gonna start playing some highlights. Let's dissect a little bit this 45-point game. We have a most injured segment too for NBA honors. I have candidates. Do you mean like who got the most injured this year, or like who is the most injured in general across their careers? Let's see for this year. Yeah, I remember when we were doing the because what did we? Oh, I did it in the middle. Wait, let me see if I can pull this up. Dude, having a third monitor is just so nice. I literally can't, I can't get enough monitors, bro. It's kind of crazy. I just love screens. I fucking love screens so much. Who's with me? NBA trade deadline. Where did I do this? I know what you're talking about, Yeet. Content scripts. Most disappointing fantasy advisor record. News outlet pitches. I can't find it, I don't think. Where I did the all-star. We did the mid-season predictions. I'll find out later, but I know what you're talking about. But we can add. Let me keep tabs on that. Is there a notepad on this? Most injured, but you gotta explain. You gotta explain what you mean more by the most injured. Melo and Hero. Because there's a lot of people who have just been like, post. I'm writing this down now. NBA postseason honors. Jethro Sports Edition. Most injured. Because I would put Embiid in that probably. Because it was just so how brutal that injury and how catastrophic it was to his season and how poorly managed it was from the Suns. But like 5 games after the injury, then injured again. Okay, so like most times deemed injured or like out. Is that that's where you're getting at? Like DeAndre Ayton's pretty good at that. DeAndre Ayton had, I think he went knee. He played knee, played back, played hand now. Out for season don't count. Okay. The Portland Trailblazers, the Grizzlies and the Blazers would be the teams for that, I think. Blazers and the Grizzlies are going crazy with the injuries. So out for season doesn't count. Maybe like, it's like a, the most questionable, like how does this guy keep getting injuring multiple parts? I see what you mean. The biggest bullshit injuries. The most bullshittily injured. That's how I would describe it. The biggest pussy award. That's what we're going with. LaMelo and Hero are both pretty good for that. I like that too. Most bullshit injuries category. All right, we're gonna keep a running list of these Yeet, and we'll get them out at the when they do the regular honors. Hero. I'm running Hero, Ayton, LaMelo. Aiton with snow too, dude. I mean, come on. Yeah, I got it written down here. This is what we'll, and I'll find those other ones because I know we were talking about those other things, right? I know we had something about like a Draymond wins an award or the biggest. What was it? The biggest like faller, the least improved player, something like that, right? And we had Jordan Poole in there, and I think Draymond. Least improved, funny. The Washed Award, yeah. That's what it was. Least improved player / Washed Award. Okay. Is Poole cooking now? I know Poole had a good game the other day. Did he hear us? Let's see. Kateri Poole. Yeah, he's kind of. Oh, well, my, look at the fucking losses, man. 32, a 16, a 34, 12, 31. I mean, he's getting better now. He has some 30-point games in here. I'll give him that. Doing better. Kevin Herter in there. I kind of like that one. Okay, let's watch some Şengün. I'm curious about this. I'm watch some Şengün content. He's the boy. Cause he's Jokic light, right? He's a good roller. Jalen Green kind of been balling out too, no? I just like, okay, so, and like, this is my thing, and maybe it's why I should like give him a chance because Jokic is so good at this, right? He's like Chris Bosh to me. I kind of like that. I see his post moves kind of like that. But like, how is this shot effective? How will this get you far into an NBA career right here? Like, what are we doing? Like, he just, like, limply tosses that at the rim and it works. The stag on there is crazy. How far off Victor Wembanyama is letting him. Look at where Wemby is. I think this is just a mistake on Wemby's part, but because Wemby's like at the baseline, and yeah, Şengün's like not much of a shooter, but he's got that little floater, right? Let him get back. What's he doing now? Okay. Face shot.
Unbelievable block. Vassell ends up wide open, sees nothing but space, and just gets his shot. That's Jeff Green and Şengün. Double block. Yeah. That's his second three. He's got 9.
So he's going to post move on Wembanyama here. It's just not like powerful or that clean to me, but it does work. And so like I think I am, and I want to like him. I do like Şengün. Learn Turkish lesson. I like Şengün, and I think it's Turkish lesson. It's like kind of strictly just from this. These clips. I think they play these at multiple Rockets games.
It's time for your favorite show, Between Balkan, where I teach you my native language, Turkish. It's Şengün says.
This Şengün says clip is. I don't really have much else to base what I think about Alperen Şengün on, but this is a really good one to me. So I think I want to like him. He plays so insanely European, yeah.
Our first word is hello.
Hello.
Hello in Turkish is merhaba. Repeat after me. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Merhaba. Merhaba. I might know Turkish for real.
Şengün says, that was great. Now fans, you try. Merhaba.
He's a natural, bro. He's a natural entertainer. His little Şengün says, great job.
Up next, one of my favorites, Second lesson, my fits are always the best. And Turkish,
Pretty drippy.
easy. Okay, team, you give it a try.
In. You see.
Merhaba, Mike D'Antoni.
And easy. The best. Thank you. Thank you, Alpi.
Okay, fans, everyone together. And easy.
And easy. Yeah. Shingu says, bench Jalen Green. Okay, fans. Survey says, Shingu says.
You guys doing great, and that makes me so happy. As we say in Turkish, çok mutluyum. Okay, team, repeat after me. Çok mutluyum.
I don't even know what that letter is. Kalk lunyam. Mutluyum. Mutluyum. Kalk mutluyum. Çok mutluyum. Mutluyum. Çok mutluyum.
Çok mutluyum. Not bad. You have some homework to do.
I say right. Çok. I say çok. I say çok. No, I say çok.
They're just chilling watching it. So I like Şengün. I'm trying to come around to his game. I'm trying to understand. This is just the Alperen Şengün Glaze channel. So yeah, I'm trying to come around to it. I'm trying to come around to his game. I'll give him a chance. I want to like him. It's just not a pretty game right now, but neither was Jokic's, right? The problem is I think the real big difference between him and Jokic is that Jokic has such a passing prowess that I don't think he's quite hit yet. And I think he has to get there before all of his efficiency numbers have to get there. And like, that would like sell me because Jokic's game, I don't really like watching outside of the passing. The passing is really cool. And the passing and the efficiency are what make him like so great and like what everyone loves, right? So if Alperen can get there, right? Yeah, it's kind of like Kyle. He's got the Kyle Anderson sort of like that. You're right, like that slow motion movement. I don't know. So it's got more to give to me, but I think I'll force myself to come around on it. I just like I look at it and I don't love it. But I like him. I like Şengün says. That's a great bit. He seems like a funny guy. Turkish. It's cool. I don't know. Right. What's crazy is players will forget about Jokic because he doesn't appeal to the youth. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. And about, I wonder if. I'll watch now. Whoa. Sorry, my. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I could tell. I mean, like, forget's a strong word, but the youth movement in the AAU, I think, is like a big issue. I wonder if there's a video out there on that. I want to write. Yeah, big scam, like highlight centric, very like parent involved, parent making it angry. I know Jamal Crawford has a lot to say about this. Pay to play, yup. I think it's pretty bad right now, and it's all like, so it's all gonna be like, who's the poster child for highlight? Anthony Edwards, right? It's all going to be Anthony Edwards is the GOAT. Anthony Edwards is going to be like everyone's, Michael Jordan, who's, age 6 to 11 right now, right? And you're right, like guys like Jokic, kind of in this middle area, right? We're almost done with the LeBron, KD, Steph era. And I think it's like Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid are the transition guys to what is going to become the like Anthony Edwards, Wembanyama, Tatum is kind of in there, but I think the Celtics are going to be around for a while. Maybe the Alperen Şengün era, right? So I think the Giannis, Embiid, Jokic, because they're just so big and they're not super like explosive highlight. SGA, yes. Because they're not like so highlight focused and they're just more dominance from a physical standpoint. I think they're gonna get like you said, like you say, forgotten, right? Not like totally, deleted from history, but like the kid who's gonna want to like mirror their game after Jokic, right? Maybe those kids in Yugoslavia. I don't know. What else we got? You guys see the Dean Wade game last night? I think he had 20 points in the fourth quarter. Let's see here. See if I can count this up. Fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, Dean Wade enters game for Darius Garland. The Celtics end up going up 9. They were up 22 with 9 minutes left. Then Dean Wade got in there. He makes a 24 3-point jumper. Cut it to 19. So that's 3. There's 6 Dean Wade points with another 3. It cut that lead to 13 real quick. Dean Wade makes a dunk. There's 8 Dean Wade points. There's 9 Dean Wade points. 12 Dean Wade points with another 3 to cut it to 6. The defense really lit it up here for the Cavs during this run. What was I just at? 12, 15, I think, with that 3. Dean Wade makes another 3 to give them the lead with 2:34, and then I think he had a putback dunk that ended up being the game winner for his 20th points. So shout out Dean Wade. He's sneaky been on the Cavs for a while now. And he's getting run. And he had a plus 16 and came back and they beat the Celtics in the fourth quarter, which is cool because the Celtics are really starting to get on my nerves with all the pressure, the greatness, the glazing, the best, they're just turning into one of the better teams of history in terms of those efficient numbers. And we can't be having that, right? It's no fun. So you got to love when the Cavs come back and pull this one out. I think everyone's in agreement that it would be just objectively hilarious if the Celtics did lose. And we're a Bucks that's what I'm looking for. We're a Bucks stream overall. We're a Pacers stream, but we're also a Bucks stream for Damian Lillard's sake. The Hawks are low-key kind of nice. Dare I say? No, they're not. They lost to the Nets twice. I was going based off these two, I guess. Yeah, they lost Trae Young. Their defense, I thought, got better, but if the Nets actually dropped 124 and 114 on them, which I missed over the weekend, that's bad. So I take back Yeet. I'm sorry. I take back any Hawks promotion. They're bad. Kobe Buffkin, I think. I saw someone say he's a really good defender, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I guess he got hurt recently. Out at least 2 weeks. That was 4 months ago. Because he got hurt again. Otherwise, I take it back. The Hawks are not news. But they did beat the Knicks. The Knicks are kind of reeling a little bit. I know they're banged up as well. Did Jalen Brunson play? No. Yeah, so no Brunson, no Anunoby, no Randall. It's just tough. Right. They're letting Dante DiVincenzo huck as many shots as he wants, 17 threes, which is not like he's done 17 threes a couple times this season, I'm pretty sure. Your Magic, Yeet. 4th in the East. How about that, huh? It seems like a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a gap in that 3 seed. The Cavs have held pat. It was the Knicks and the Cavs who looked like they might be contending Milwaukee for that 2. The Knicks have since fallen back down to earth. The Cavaliers have held pat. The Bucks, they're 6 in a row. Got a big one tonight at Golden State. Giannis is hurt. I'm wondering how hurt. I don't know. Day to day. Achilles questionable. Apparently he's got Achilles tendonitis, which I at least saw someone in the comments saying is just like a very painful thing, but it's like healable. It's not like a long-term thing. It's just like, because I think people may have saw the clip of him. Giannis injury. Yeah, it was this. Because this looks bad.
This was earlier in Milwaukee. Told you Giannis is not going to play. He was on the court testing it out. His left Achilles, that did not look great. Candace.
Yeah, and Achilles isn't something you want to play with, especially with your...
So tendonitis. So no problem right now, but it's a very, you want to take it easy thing, because tendonitis sucks so bad. Didn't KD have tendonitis during the 2019 playoffs, and then they rushed him back, and then he ruptured it. So I don't think you don't want to fuck with that. So I'll be out intermittently, but it's good to see the Dame 41 piece the other night was great to see in his absence. It's part of why they signed him, right? Dame, for all that Dame might not know how to, for all the issues that maybe we've seen with Dame and Giannis working together and playing elite, and Dame struggling to shoot efficiently with Giannis on the court and with Giannis shooting so much, it's great to know that Dame, as Blazer fans, we know that Dame can lead a team of not so great players to wins against good teams here and there, and that's what he was brought on to do, and that's what he did. 41, 12 of 22, 13 of 13 from the line, a W against the Clippers. Right? I should have got Dame on that slip. He always pops against Steph. That's true, dude. He loves cooking against the Warriors. I wonder if it'll carry over. Is this the Bucks and the Warriors' first game against each other this year? I want to say no, just because we're so far into the season. But yeah, they did win, and overtime Lillard had 29, led the game. Nope, sorry, wrong one. They did beat the Warriors already this year. I don't know what Dame had. The first one Dame had 27. So that's pretty good. Plus 21 on the floor. I need some thicker socks. My feet are cold. That would have been a good call, Carl. But I feel like it's too obvious. I think after Dame had 41... and then they have to go all the way to Golden State, it's going to be a little tough. Got a lot of Bucks games on national TV down the stretch. That's for sure. $3.58. Do I have to get any bets in? I think I'm okay. Do I like any of these? College basketball is heating up. I kind of want to take South Carolina. I'll probably decide against it. It's probably not wise, although the 5.5s money lines have been hitting. Nova Seton Hall. Okay, so part of what I want to try in this use in this window is I want to practice for the March Madness thing, seeing if my computer can handle, like we were talking about, Carl, streaming games while I stream on 2 different things. I won't watch myself. That seems unnecessary. But I will be playing Seton Hall Villanova over here while this is going on. There's a squirrel running across my garage. Oh shit. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Anyways, any other NBA stuff we could talk about? I'm probably gonna do. I mean, how long have I been on? Like an hour. What? Tell me how long I've been on anywhere on here. I mean, I was on at 3. I know that. But does it time my? Two viewing. Activate more. I don't need that. Stop. Sorry, I'm working on getting all this shit lined up. So I'm going to put 4 games on over here. Do watch along. I can do some of these NBA if we want to do some NBA watch along, although it's kind of, again, it's college basketball season. This will come in handy for the end of the NBA season. Well, although, how does that schedule look? What does it look like when the NBA playoffs start again? NBA, let's see, like 2023 NBA playoff schedule. Spectrum. Because you've got, let's see here. 2023 NBA playoffs began on April 15th, concluded on June 12th. I want literally the days and times of the games. 2023 NBA playoff TV schedule. Here we go. Whoa. I know this shit gonna be boring as hell, but this is the last year. What? Wait. Yeah, this is the 20. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is all of them. Okay. So I'm thinking here. Yeah, NBA there, college basketball here, Tennessee, South Carolina. Let's go Gamecocks, bro. Everyone is sucking off the Volunteers pretty hard these days. Yeah, that's warm, but that's not. No, I can hear that fan. Everyone's really into the Tennessee Volunteers. They are very good. And they're definitely a lot better than South Carolina. And they definitely are angry at South Carolina for beating them in Tennessee. However, and while I think that will probably show itself in this game, although I would like to root for South Carolina, or would have wanted to bet on South Carolina. The Tennessee is going to be a very fun pick for everyone to win the championship because they're not those three teams that have been at the top all season in Purdue, Houston, UConn, and they're cool. Everyone likes Dalton Connect a lot. He's a fun scorer. So I think they're going to be they might sneak, if they do well in the SEC tournament, they'll also be a 1 seed. So they'll probably sneak into that, where Arizona's been holding that. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is I think they're going to be a fun, sexy pick, and I'm trying to, for that reason, I feel like I might have to fade them because I think they will be so popular but not worth all that much value in terms of actually how good they are. They are really good, though. That's the thing. Oh, that's some concentrated ass GG energy. Another game going on. Seton Hill, Villanova. Big bubble game. See where Joe Lenardi's bracketology is. I usually just trust Joe Lenardi for bracketology. I know there's like so many bracketologists out there and people love to do all their stuff, and Joe Lenardi's not always the best, but like, I mean, he's just the guy, right? So if you're gonna just trust someone, to me it feels pretty obvious to just trust Joe Lenardi with the bracket stuff, especially when no one really knows. No one's ever really that good at it. Although bracketologist.com, I think, compare resumes, teams, conferences, net bracket, bubble scatter plot graph. Here's this. This is 2023 cutoff, 2022 cutoff. And these are teams this year, right? Oh, this is in. Okay. Yeah. That's confusing as hell. I don't care for that. Yeah, so Seton Hall, Villanova, last four by Villanova, last four in Seton Hall. A win for either of these. Now, Seton Hall has one more game. I think it's UConn. No, it's DePaul. So they should be able to get a win. A win for Seton Hall and then not a loss in the first round, I would imagine, would get them in. Villanova, I think, is pretty. They got to go versus Creighton, so they have opportunities to perform. They could really use this one. I think if they win this one, they'll be all right because their losses would be versus Creighton. And then as long as they don't lose in the first round, I think they're okay. St. John's got the DePaul win. Their last game is Georgetown, so it looks good for them, but they still need some help. Virginia last four in. I mean, New Mexico's got, I think, Utah State, right? Fresno State tonight. And at Utah State is tough. The Lobos might not make it. They need a good tournament. All right, I'm just familiar myself with the bottle. The bottle. Le bottle. The bottle. College basketball scores. UCF Houston are playing. Whoa, UCF. Ayo. Watch out for them Knights, huh? Got the Northeast tournament starting. It's the most intriguing of these games that I'm looking at. A lot of them start at 4. I'm probably going to put UCF on. I am logged in, bitch. Don't tell me I need to log in again. What? So this is nice. Carl, if you're the one still in here and somewhat listening, which I don't actually, I mean, if you're not, don't bother. But it looks like having it on my desktop is a lot more clean. You know, about to fuck me out of my first round bye. Who's about to fuck you out of your first round bye? Why? No, I am logged in. You don't have a first round bye. Wait, why did this change? Did this change? No, it didn't change. Florida Atlantic last 4 buys. Crazy too. I was just saying that having everything on, I put my other monitor out here, and having everything on that is pretty clean. Like, I can play 4 games, see them all pretty well, and have this on here and dual stream, and this is going fine. My laptop is obviously working hard, but I think it's okay. So I'll just have the TV on with 1 game. Dual monitor here. So I think we got the setup. Boys. God, I fucking hate work today. What's especially bad about today? And who are VC people? What did the VC people do to you? What have they done to my boy? I think Northwestern Michigan is it. Venture capital. I also hate venture capital people. I've started to, I don't know if abhor is quite the right word, but just like, I just don't fuck with, finances and sorry, I'm just focusing on this. And like, money and investments. Like, that stuff is just, maybe investments is something I maybe shouldn't hate as much, but like venture capital is just being assholes. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they were born. That's what they were put on this earth to do, right? Is be assholes and take money, right? So I think in a way, I wonder. Let's put this over here. So I think you're hating them. Your hate for them is, you're hating the right part of them. It's not like they're just being a dick. Jerk themselves off and gets richer, right? I think I like this over here more. I guess what I'm trying to say is their being dicks to you is not out of the norm of their day-to-day life, right? And then ask like I'm a total shit for asking them questions. Yeah, you should just know what they want, right? You should know exactly what they want. You should give it to them when they want it. And you should know your place and shut your mouth when not. Don't speak without being spoken to. It's only speak when spoken to. I think that's the message. Congrats on Harvard Business School. They probably think there's love in their life. Whether or not it's true, whether or not it's real, right? There's someone loves they love something at least, probably, right? And it might be money. But I hate them, and I think that's more important. You should let them know. Maybe once you're on your way out, you can give a big fuck you all the way around. Although there are probably some powerful people, huh? Who could... That's the other thing is, like, it just sucks that they have so much power. People like that, you know? Like, who said they have so much money that they can... Oh, motherfucker. That's why it sucks that money is power. So I'm trying to line these up real quick. Again, we just kind of vibing. We just kind of vibing right now. Watching some games and chatting it up. It's Mark Zuckerberg's investment thing. Oh, yeah, I think you were mentioning this. Iconic Capital is an American investment management firm headquartered in San Francisco. It functions as a hybrid family office providing specialized financial advisory, private equity, venture capital. See, these are just the words I hate a lot. Like financial advisory, private equity, venture capital, real estate. I don't even really like that much. Philanthropic services are good. That's a good service. I doubt they actually provide very many of those. But yeah, like these first four phrases are just like they're cringe. They're the real life cringe in my eyes. Iconic Capital primarily serves ultra high net worth clients working in technology, high finance, and entertainment. What does the ultra high net worth Wikipedia page look like? Ultra high net worth individual is a technical term used in financial services industry to designate individuals who maintain liquid assets at or above a certain threshold. 200 million plus, that's what we're looking at? Sorry, I'm trying to put, okay, that's fine. Maybe 250, a second. Let's see, typically these individuals are defined as holding financial assets valued over 1 million. A secondary level, a very high net worth individual references an individual with a net worth of at least 5 million. The ultra high net worth is 30 million. And then billionaires occupy a special bracket of the ultra high net worth individual. So the biggest, I want to say loser, but like it just doesn't feel like quite the right term because it would be such an easy adjective to clap back on, right? So go to their client, tell us on the Iconic page. Well, Benchcraft is saying they might take away our Moda suites. Oh, fuck. That would be so annoying. I want to kill myself just thinking about applying for new jobs. Dude, that was like by far your best perk, yeah? That sucks, girl. Why can't that's my other thing is like, where are the companies that are expanding their cool shit or growing at a good rate or, you know, where are my friends flourishing at certain companies? I think there are some. I know there's some out there. But who's stepping up the benefits, right? Who's buying more Moda suites? They're in Silicon Valley, tech baby. That's fair. That's fair. Although everyone's getting fired from tech, right? Yeah, literally one of our very few benefits. My school dentistry company doesn't really have very many benefits, but they at least like let me have autonomy over my life. Right? Some Iconic Capital investors, Chegg CEO, Dropbox co-founder, Apple SVP, just venture capitalist Joshua Kushner, ex-Uber CEO, Microsoft CEO, Tinder co-founder, Sean Rad, a horny individual. USC dropout. Meta COO, Napster co-founder. Yeah, so a couple Facebook. Yeah, there's Zuckerberg. Kutcher, Blake Lively, J.J. Abrams, Timberlake, Ryan Reynolds, Tom Hanks, Will Smith. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Pretty good names, yeah. The whole Facebook founding team is there in the middle. So they just, I mean, the people who work at Iconic just take their money and make them more money, right? That's all that is. Is that what I'm getting? Pretty awesome group of folks. And so then your PR job is to make sure that their money-making money schemes don't look too bad. Yeah, money be getting more money. So, sounds like a good PR opportunity, but also sounds like not very fun to do the scumbags work, you know? Supposed to make people who make those investment decisions look like they're geniuses for making more money. Well, and they're also assholes. Yeah. So I would just imagine that there's a lot of like deflecting going on. Although I guess they probably don't have to, like, because it's so easy for them to make money with that much money, they probably don't have to do that much shady stuff, right? I think they're very analytical, yeah. So it's more just like you just have to do their flexing for them. Right. I think they're really smart because they give money to other rich people, and those rich people turn that money into more money. It's the endless cycle of rich, right? I asked a question and they're dicks to me for not knowing the answer. That's pretty annoying. So, and my team is like, you should have been more prepared. That's so lame. No time in their day for questions, right? Because time is money, and they are money. When literally we agreed, I was asking them on the call. Anyway, rant over. It's a ranting day, you know? I was feeling pretty frustrated myself earlier today. For kind of different reasons, rather than someone pissing me off. It's more pissing myself off type vibe. So I can imagine how yours is more frustrating. But it's just how the society works, right? You gotta work with the dicks. You gotta appease the rich people in order to have the streamlined way of moving up in the world, right? What you're doing, while yes, they're being dicks to you, you're still steadily building towards, maybe not towards any, you're steadily building ways that, yeah, you don't need someone worth $200 million to make you feel bad for trying to work for them. However, letting someone with $200 million make you feel bad for trying to help them is a pretty surefire way, in my opinion, to, getting more money and working your way up said corporate ladder, right? Yeah, building toward never having to do this again. So it's because once you let them do that for you, once you let them be, once you let them get themselves off like that, they do end up seeing that's how they see your value, right? It's a surefire way to stay under them, though. I'm never going to make those investments. At best, I could run comms team for like this and make a ton of money. I mean, yeah. Oh, it's not like, I guess I'm not saying, yeah. I would never want to do that either. But what I'm saying is, like, letting yourself do that, I think, is the fastest track for where you're at right now. Just got to get into Sony. Yeah. But you will. Sony or something of the similar at the least, right? Yeah, it's a bummer they got pushed off a month, but again, just daydream. Daydream to where you won't have to work for the Iconics ever again, right? I saw, Andy, this news, I don't know if you saw this, but this news in the realm of what we're kind of talking about, I think would interest you. Dartmouth University basketball. So I posted a TikTok about this, but the Dartmouth men's basketball team just decided to form a union for the first time. It's the first time, I think there's the Northwestern football team, I think, also tried to do this a while ago. I think it was like 6 or 7 years. Yeah, it was 2015. So the Northwestern football team tried to do this a while ago because private universities can do this or at least for right now, have the opportunities to get this done. I think public universities have more hurdles. So back in 2015, the Northwestern football team tried to do this. The National Labor Relations Board, which I don't even know what this is. National Labor Relations Board is an independent federal agency that protects the rights of private sector employees to join together with or without. So basically I see the enforced U.S. labor law in relation to collective bargaining and unfair labor practices. So are these guys like the end all be all of letting people unionize? We're doing Jet Throw politics while I watch 4 games at once over here. Boo-booey. Bang. Michigan State lost. That would be pretty funny. Jet Throw politics. Come on. Let's get to the bottom of this one. We'll do some investigative journalizing. The National Labor Relations Board. About who we are. Safeguard employees' rights to organize, engage with one another to seek better working conditions, choose whether or not to have a collective bargaining representative. Okay, so they basically have the power to protect employees' rights to unionize. However, back in 2015, the NLRB dismissed a petition by Northwestern football players who were seeking to unionize, effectively denying their claim that they are university employees and should be allowed to collectively bargain. In a unanimous decision that was a clear victory for the college sports establishment, I think this means like at the NCAA, the 5-member board declined to exert its jurisdiction in the case and preserved, for now, one of the NCAA's core principles that college athletes are primarily students. This is, from 2015 to now, this is a much, much different landscape that we're looking at in terms of this statement. The board did not rule directly on the central question in the case, whether the players who spend long hours on football and help generate millions of dollars for Northwestern are university employees. Instead, it found that the novelty of the petition and its potentially wide-ranging impacts on college sports would not have promoted stability in labor relations. Stability in labor relations. Interesting. Citing competitive balance and the potential impact on the NCAA rules, the board made it clear that harbored many reservations about the ramifications of granting college athletes, much less a single team, collective bargaining rights. So back in 2015, they just shot it down. They were like, this is just too... It was basically like, this is too, big. This would make way too many waves. This is way too far off from happening. If we let this happen, the consequences would go so AWOL that it would just be a bad look for us. Is basically why they did it. I don't know if and I'm trying to figure out what their exact reasoning was for what the negatives would be for the players. The stability in labor relations is confusing me. I guess because especially at that time, and it's still controversial now, but especially at that time, the gray area between an athlete and an employee of a university was so hard to determine that if they did give these college athletes powers to unionize, then they would probably have to grant them to so many other groups of people. Within universities, I'm trying to think of other organizations that would fall similar, but it would just make so much gray area, and they couldn't decide on that. However, now, fast forward 9 years to yesterday, now with NIL basically, I would say clearing up that gray area more than anything, and putting, giving players explicit amounts of money to sign and play with universities. Now, the Dartmouth basketball team felt it time to, again, bring themselves together and unionize, voted 13-2. On the Dartmouth campus. What's interesting to me is that the Dartmouth University, obviously a pretty progressive one, was all 4 other groups unionizing, say kitchen workers, I think is an example. They were all for that. But then as the basketball team unionized, there's now a ton of pushback. And they're trying not to get them to do it at all. They explicitly told the coaches to not support them. And that's definitely coming down from the head all the way from the NCAA, because if they were to allow this, then it would just be the NCAA is already having problems with, well, I think it's if the players unionize, okay, excuse me. Right now, it's just the universities are paying out of their pocket to players, right? It's all pretty under the table, pretty vague. They only have to play players that they want to pay. They don't have to pay everyone. It's kind of pay to play in terms of how good you want your team to be, right? So they're fine. The NCAA is totally fine letting this happen because it's all out of their jurisdiction. The conferences don't have to do anything, right? They just let universities pay their kids X amount of money and then, just don't get caught breaking any sort of rules, any sort of loose rules that are in place. With this, if the union happened, that could give rights to, Joe Smith over here on the Dartmouth basketball team, someone would have to pay him, right? And I think it could get dangerous in the fact that they could like fall under the NCAA's jurisdiction in terms of like union, labor stuff. So like the NCAA would have to take money out of its pocket to pay, Joe Smith on the 15th best player on the Dartmouth basketball team, probably the 250th best team in the country. They would have to pay him some amount of money, and they can't have that, right? So I think that's why it scared him. I think it's probably I don't know how much traction it's gonna get, right? Because I think it's gonna take a long, long time, obviously, to go anywhere. But I think the fact that it's getting brought up is, I think, a good thing, because it'll at the very least force the NCAA to stabilize the NIL stuff that is just like completely lawless right now, and it'll force the NCAA's hand to which they're terrible at doing for the most part, but force them to put some pen to paper and figure this shit out. So I'm hoping it succeeds. Where they're at now, let's see. By voting to unionize, basketball players are now represented by Service Employees International Union Local 560, which already represents some workers employed by the school. For now, with Dartmouth already filing an appeal Tuesday on the initial ruling that the athletes are employees of the school, the players can collectively bargain with the school over pay, practice hours, and other working conditions. This comes a month after Laura A. Sachs, regional director for the NLRB, ruled the players are employees of Dartmouth under the National Labor Relations Act and could therefore hold no elections. Look at this one. An NLRB official says Dartmouth men's basketball can unionize. What's next? A regional director for the NLRB pushed college sports a bit further from amateurism Monday when she ruled Dartmouth's men's basketball team can hold a union election, which would mean the athletes are employees of their school. Because Dartmouth has the right to control the work performed by the Dartmouth men's basketball team, and the players perform that work in exchange for competition, NIL, which didn't exist before with Northwestern. I find that the petitioned for basketball players are employees within the meaning of the National Labor Relations Act. Each word registered on college sports Richter scale. The school will appeal the decision, a Dartmouth spokeswoman said in a Monday statement. In a statement Monday night, the next step in what is expected to be a lengthy process. The spokeswoman also said the school believes these students are not employees. In 2015, a regional director ruled Northwestern's football team could hold a union election, or for the NLRB to dismiss the position and maintain the status quo. But college sports, in the conversation about whether its athletes should be employees, have evolved in the 9 years since Northwestern's case. It's true. The NLRB is in the middle of a trial that will decide whether USC's football, men's basketball, and women's basketball players are employees of their school in the Pac-12 conference, RIP. And then there are many antitrust lawsuits threatening to further upend the college sports model. So this is in a step. Yeah, if the Dartmouth players ultimately unionize, they could gain the ability to collectively bargain with the school over compensation and other working conditions. Huma, who's leading the effort in the USC case, added, as much as we celebrate NIL, that's not changing the economic exploitation in college sports. The average athlete doesn't get anything significant when it comes to name, image, and likeness in Division I. It has to be corrected. So, November's presidential election could be critical, and for Donald Trump, it almost certainly change the makeup of the NLRB, just as it did when Biden took office in 2021. Biden has always vowed to be a pro-union president. That's why he immediately replaced a Trump appointee with Jennifer Abruzzo. So the president could just switch around the NLRB. The NLRB does not have jurisdiction over public universities. That came into play in the Northwestern case because the board said that Northwestern United would create an uneven labor environment in the Big Ten Conference because of a mix of private schools and public. Doubling down, the board made the same case with how a majority of football subdivision programs are. Quite interesting. It's a big threat to the NCAA and their power. It would be crazy if these things started to roll out. But anyways, now I'm up to speed. More up to speed than I was. Checking out my games on the left here. UCF is up 7 on Houston. This would be quite the win. Tennessee's up 5 on South Carolina. Still not covering. I need a little heater at my feet down here. That would be a little dangerous, but I think I might need that. I just wish it wasn't raining so fucking hard. Okay, over here. NBA playing tournament begins April 11th and runs through April 14th. Last year, TNT carried games on Tuesday and ESPN on Wednesday. Both networks carrying a single game on a Friday. So 2 for the play-in, and then 1:10, 3:30. So there's at most 2 games on at a time. They keep them all to the 4:30 and beyond. Usually 2 in the later window, it looks like, for the first week. Okay. Spread them out on the weekends. And all around 10. So for the NBA playoffs, thinking ahead, I'll probably... Is he hurt? Is that Javier Francis? Who's that? Got smacked in the hand. Stop. Tennessee up 8 now. Dalton Connect about to make that 11. Poor Gamecocks. It is dumping rain. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all. Thinking ahead, I'll probably have to get used to streaming from like 9 to... I mean, if I want to do these post-game streams, realistically, like 10 to midnight on weeknights, can I get myself to do that? Watch all the games in here. Stream at the end of them, right? Say if it was a Monday, April 17th, I'd stream. Maybe start at like 9:30, watch the end of Warriors Kings, and then could do reactions for that one and then go back to Net Sixers. I don't know. I gotta think about that. But it looks like it's only a max like 2 on at a time. During the weekdays, 2, 9 and 10, 9:30, 10. And then, you know, some of these games, like, you know, Heat Bucks ended in 5. RIP the Bucks. Lakers Grizzlies ended in 5. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go through my checklist. That's not what I want. Oh no, South Carolina. South Carolina down 11.5. Seton Hall's up 12. I did like Seton Hall. Everyone's kind of been, you know, Villanova's been playing well. Everyone, I think, was ready for them to make the tournament. People were starting to bet on them to win the whole thing. Shit like that. But they're still not that good, man. There's computer triggers out there, and I think, you know, once you get around to it, you know who the computer triggers are. Right? Right? Let's take a look at this to-do list. Ability to watch 4 games at once. I think I've knocked that out with this double monitor here. My computer is, you know. It honestly, like, with how kind of cool it is in this room, it doesn't even feel that warm. So I think I'm, like, pretty all right. So I've been doing this for, like, 45 minutes with 4 games on. Dual streaming this whole time. So I think I can knock that off. I also have a TV. I can knock that off. Dual streaming. This is working. I'm not getting any YouTube viewers or whatever. That'll be its own thing on how to get the viewers in, but this seems to work. So I think we can do that. Got to figure out streaming on TikTok. Got to figure out the life logistics, the food, water, sleeping, staying live while sleeping. I think I'm trying to do that. Need a new stream overlay. Jether Sports bracket. I think I'm going to X. I just don't think I'm prepared enough to try and get that off the ground. Maybe if I... maybe if I figure it out in the days between the start of the tourney and Selection Sunday, I could do that, but yeah, I don't know. So I gotta figure out those in one day. Stream with rules picks, ability to post content. I'm assuming I'm only seeing one other person in here. Maybe it's Andy or Carl. I see ability to post content. I don't know. I could do it. Can I just record myself while I... Yeah, so I can just start recording and do recorded clips when I think something big is going to happen, I guess, like towards the end of the games. Because I'm recording right now, test record, while I stream, right? And this should just go somewhere. It is raining so fucking hard. Shit's crazy, man. This isn't South Carolina. This isn't... We're not in the South, man. We're in Los Angeles. All right, so I'll stop that. I don't know where that went. Saving to videos. Okay. So I can do that and then send those along. Maybe then, like, that would be a good time to use you, Andy. If you, I guess you'll be working on a Thursday and Friday. So it'll probably be hard. But, I mean, I would only probably need, like, a little bit of work on each clip. I don't know. So ability to post content. I can record myself before end of games for reactions. Things come down to it, right? You want those juicy reaction clips when I lose and I have to spend another hour and a half in the garage. Okay, so I think my next step is to make the overlay. Figure out my next overlays. We got dual stream going. We got 4 streams going at once. Add a TV in there. Michigan State down 5 at half. I was going to maybe do like a whiteboard. I don't think I need to do that. What does this look like? I get to look. Can you guys hear me? I think so. Yeah. There's a K Jewelers ad that I fucking hate. A passion. I need the chat to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so yeah, this, I mean, does something. Probably gonna dye my mustache and then shave it once I get out of the garage. Once I get out. Can just toggle back and forth between those. Tuning back in, dye your mustache. I think I will. My roommate Alex has dyed his, and I've been leaving mine like brownish blonde. Yeah, so we got, I think, because I might put a big one on, like, looks like you're gonna dye it just black, I think. Might be a little egregious to go, like, green or something. That would be insane. Blue for March Madness? Green for March Madness? I don't know what the official color is. But I was saying, I don't know if you tuned in this, but because I'm looking at kind of my to-do list for the big old stream. Bleach it. Multicolor pride mustache. That'd be kind of crazy. I think the black will make it really stand out. That's kind of what I was going for, but like a red would just be heinous. That would be real. I'd probably go pretty hard on Twitch, right? So I can multicolor is a pride flag for non-binary box eating. Yeah, I don't discriminate the holes. I munch, right? Every hole is a good hole. Every box is a good box. The to-do list. I was thinking, I mean, I don't know if, well, I doubt, I don't think you'll have your computer or anything by this time, but like, what might be good is to, like, if I have good clips, because I can't really edit while my laptop is running, right? Amen, brother. Maybe I will. I need someone to make my life better. Well, if you want like a deadline in I guess like in a goal, I guess, for getting it and getting video ready, and like this we're like I think 3 weeks away from March Madness, right? No, I think we're 2 weeks. Holy fuck. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yeah, we're 2 weeks from tomorrow away from March Madness. So I think that's probably a little too soon. I wouldn't want to put that. Anyways, like, I guess it would be nice if, like, I sent, and maybe, like, Tanner could open it on this too. But, like, sent clips. All it would be, like, I would just record a raw clip of myself reacting to how a game turns out, right? And then, I guess, compile them. And make it,